Hello YouTube, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews. Today we're going to be going over some action cameras, some GoPros, some knockoffs, and also a 360 camera. And depending on what you're doing, as far as I'm concerned, this is the camera I prefer. These other cameras, like I bought, the first camera I think I bought was it's like the generic bottom line GoPro. I don't know what model this is, but this is it. And let me go ahead and pop it out so you can see it. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I think this this first GoPro, you can't get it out. I think that's actually stuck in there. Let's see if this other one will come apart. It's been a while since I used these. Okay, here we go. Here's the Hero 3. That was the second one I bought, so it actually comes out and you can put it in different things. This one here, I think the first one I bought, I don't think this one comes out. But anyway, it's the original GoPro, and I think it came in this little pack. So let me pause it here a second. Maybe you see him get this out of here. Okay, everybody, we're back. I have to get some glasses on to see. As you can see, the regular GoPro right here. I tried to get the back off, and this is actually permanently in here. When I tried to pop the back off, I tried to get the camera out, the whole back popped off. So I'm sure you could probably get in here and take the battery out and stuff like that, but you're really probably not supposed to do that unless there's a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one back together. So I guess it snaps back. So that's the original one. It comes in this little case. It's not waterproof, but I'm sure it's like water resistant. And they probably did that because the first ones probably had moisture issues, so that would be a good way to basically protect the first one. So if you buy the first one, you want it to be protected, and you don't want to come out with the first one that breaks really easily. So they went ahead and wrapped it and gave it a little extra protection. The newer ones, like the Hero 3, basically you just get the camera, and then you can decide if you want to put it in, like this one here is waterproof, so you can actually insert it in here, and then you got a watertight, waterproof camera. You can actually take it under the water. So there's a lot of accessories for these, and what's cool about the GoPros, there's so many knockoffs to these. Like I bought one of these, and they're a lot less expensive. But what's cool is they're so similar. Like, I don't know how they got away with this, but like everything fits. Like if you have a GoPro and you have a knockoff, I mean, they're like almost exact. See how similar they are? And also too, the batteries. I mean, I think even the batteries are real similar. You can almost interchange the batteries, but let's pull the battery out here. I can get it out. Kind of stuck. The only thing about the GoPros I use, there's no sound, so basically it's just for video footage. There it goes. Maybe. I can't get the battery out. There it goes. Okay. There's your battery. And here's the inside of the camera. They come out the back. Looks like there's a little bit of moisture in there. I'm glad I took that apart. A little bit of moisture in there. And on the generic one, the battery's in the bottom. So we're going to pop that out. A little bit easier. Alright. So, as you can see, I guess the GoPro battery is a little bit thicker, but almost exactly the same. Even the where they plug it in, it's almost the same. So, if you have a regular GoPro, it won't quite fit. So, I guess it's not that exact. So you can't use the batteries from the GoPro and the knockoff GoPro. So, but you can use the accessories, like say for like the little tripods, they screw in the same as the GoPros. Like that's a, and then you can even, I'm going to go ahead and try to do this. Put this GoPro battery back in. It's a really tight fit. And then there's the little cover that goes on it. Hopefully I can get that back in there. Kind of tedious. Sometimes you need your glasses to pop that. Okay, I got that all back together. And this is a GoPro accessory, and let's see, almost, man, that's so close. The generic one won't quite fit inside here. It almost, I mean, it's just so close. Almost fits. They made it just a little hair different, looks like. So, okay. But, let's see if this will fit on here. Alright. That's a little, basically connection so you can screw your tripod in. Okay. And I'm not sure if that's GoPro or the other brand, but both of them fit. The GoPro and the other one fit in here just perfectly. And there's also a lot of extra other accessories too that'll fit. So, but I guess just the camera case alone, it doesn't fit. Both GoPro and the knockoff. But also too, the little connectors that you put on helmets or put on machines, those will also connect to GoPro and the generic ones. Because what I did was I bought a bunch of generic cameras after I bought the GoPros, and then I bought a bunch of accessories from GoPro, and I was hoping that they would fit and I wouldn't have to buy extra accessories, and it comes out that all of them are pretty much the same. This all the GoPro stuff, and see, this is a camera I bought off Amazon, and it's GoPro Connect 2. So basically it came just like that, and it can pretty much just lock into a GoPro GoPro application. So that's one good thing about GoPro. It fits a lot of the since it was the first one, a lot of the action cameras are just going ahead and making the same accessories. So basically, if you have a GoPro or you have a bunch of GoPro equipment, GoPro accessories, you can just basically switch over to a generic GoPro and everything fits, except for the thing that conceals the camera. But who knows, by now they probably have that ironed out too. The third camera we're going to talk about is the Samsung 360, and this is what I prefer to use. It's not waterproof, but they're pretty inexpensive. So as long as you're not getting them soaked or saturated or putting them in water, they work pretty good. And they also have sound. So if I only have the choice of taking one action camera with me, this is the one I take, because you can put it in your pocket, and like I said, they're very durable. You can take them anywhere, and also too, they're a lot easier to operate because they have a little display there, and you can it'll tell you exactly how much battery you have, and it'll tell you what mode you're in, and it makes a distinctive sound every time you like take a picture or you start filming. And I don't really like to do a lot of editing, so you don't have to add sound to it later. Everything's already there. So as long as you're not skydiving or you're not doing anything where you can't hear and you have to re-edit the sound, I mean, this is the best camera for the money. They're not much more expensive than actually the GoPros are more. These generic ones are a little bit less expensive. I mean, you can probably get one of these generic ones for like less than half the cost or a third of the cost of the GoPros. I think the first GoPro I bought was like $199, and which was like this one, and then I think the Hero 3 was like $299, something like that, almost 300 bucks. And these are like $150, like less than 200 bucks, and they take 360 video, they record sound, they take pretty good pictures, and the only problem is you have to have software to use the 360. So you're either going to have to buy a smartphone with that equivalent, or you're going to have to get software to process it. But if you don't get the software to process it, you still get the pictures, but you don't get the 360 advantage where basically with the 360, if you're doing a video, someone can turn their phone and look basically anywhere and be able to follow and see everything within 360 degrees. So anyway, this is what I recommend if basically you want to spend like 200 bucks and you just want to get all the sound on the same video, and you also have the option to do in the 360. So between these three cameras, this is the one I would use. I know some people probably do a lot of action stuff and they not really worried about the volume. They can add that later, but if you don't want to add the volume later and you want the 360 advantage and you want to do the inexpensive way, and this is one of the smallest 360 cameras, you can just put it right in your pocket, very durable. This is the one I recommend. Anyway, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, just basically trying to give you more information, so if you do decide to buy some of this equipment, it'll help you make a better buying decision. Alright, if you like this video, crush the like button, subscribe, and I'll bring you more. Peace.